Coffee. On average, Koreans drink 512 cups per year. Daily, 2 billion cups are sold worldwide. Today, I'm going to be responsible for at least 3 of those cups because I'm taking you to 3 different cafes at different prices so you can see what you can get when you come to Seoul no matter what your budget is. Let's go. You can find really cheap coffee shops all over Seoul. There's a lot of different chains. The one we're going to today is called Mega Coffee, so let's see what you can get for the best dollar. So now we are at Mega Coffee, which is one of the chains you can find anywhere in Seoul. Most of the places like Mega Coffee and Venti Coffee, Compost Coffee, they're usually takeout only, so they're not trying to impress you. The main point is cheap coffee that you can grab and go. I got an Americano for 1,500 won. Then we also got a goguma latte, which is sweet potato latte. Lattes in Korea do not have coffee in them, so if you order a vanilla latte or a chocolate latte, just know there is no espresso in it. You need to order a vanilla cafe latte if you want the coffee in there. And then my favorite thing is actually not from Seoul, but they are selling it here. It's called gamjabang. It is potato bread. It is kind of like mashed potatoes in mochi. So let's try the Americano. I really like the Americano, but I also do get it a lot because I'm cheap. So I don't like to spend a lot of money when I'm going out. So on a daily basis, if I'm not making coffee at home, this is the kind of coffee I grab. Kind of like Folgers or Maxwell, just very normal homemade coffee flavor. And then the goguma latte. I'm chewing. The flavor is delicious, but there's chunks of like dried goguma in it. Gamjabang. This always tastes like Thanksgiving to me, so I'm very excited to eat it. You can see it's like mashed potatoes and mochi. It's perfect. If you are a morning coffee drinker and you need it before you can go see tourist attractions, go ahead and stop by one of these shops, get your dollar coffee, and then you'll be good to go to a fancier cafe later in the afternoon. But overall, if you are just traveling on a cheaper budget, definitely hit up one of these places. This is Haewa. It's known as Seoul's Theater District. It is also home to Seoul's oldest cafe. We're gonna take you to Hakrim. So I got the Americano and the cheesecake, the blueberry cheesecake. The Americano is about 6,000 won, and then the cheesecake was 6,500. Now this is a pretty average price for coffee. Usually in Seoul, coffee is around 4,000 to 6,000 won. So it's a perfect place to come if you're just a typical traveler wanting to spend the average price. It's slightly above average just because this is the oldest cafe in Seoul. It tastes like coffee. I drink a lot of Americanos and it's not the worst, but it's not the best. It tastes like old school coffee. I mean, it's an old cafe and it tastes exactly what you think an old cafe would taste like. Maybe like if you go to an old diner in America like Denny's or IHOP, this is the kind of coffee they're serving you, but for a much cheaper price. And then I also got a cheesecake. It's really cute. You can't really see it, but it's got like this little red panda looking creature on it. I'm not sure. So let's try that. Ginger mashisoyo. It's really delicious. It's really creamy. It's like just straight cream cheese with like sugar in it. Really delicious. You can tell from the cafe that it is old, 1956, but you can tell they've had to renovate it a little bit to keep up with the times, but tried to stick to the roots of what it originally was. Delicious coffee, good cheesecake. It's a great place, especially for the history, so I would definitely come here. If you ever find yourself in Seoul and you're more of a wealthy wanderer with a little bit of money to spend, then head on down to Apgujeong. It's a neighborhood in the middle of Gangnam. Now, you might have heard of Gangnam before because it's in a famous song by Psy from 2013, but to the locals, this neighborhood is actually known as the place of luxury. This road we're walking right now is actually called Luxury Road because it's full of things like Gucci, Cartier, Chanel, anything luxury, it's here. It's also where you can find one of the most expensive coffees in Seoul. So let's head over to the Dior Cafe and see if it's really worth the money. So I'm laughing because I don't know if this was a good idea or a dumb idea with how expensive this is. We got an Americano for 19,000 won, and then this was actually a set. We got the special Dior latte that has Dior cinnamon powder on top. That was like 22 or 24,000, but we got it as a set for like 40 or 44,000 that came with the dessert. Let's see if it's worth it. It's not worth it. Okay. So the coffee is actually not that bad. It's very, very mild compared to like a strong coffee that you would get at Starbucks or a normal cafe. And let's try one of these. See if their bread is worth it or if a regular Paris baguette bakery bread is better. It's delicious because it's bread. Overall, they're all very delicious, but I would not recommend spending this kind of money for it. You can get decent quality coffee and desserts elsewhere in Seoul for much less than 40,000 won. So now that I'm back home and I've tasted all three coffees, I really wanted to give you my recommendation for which one to go to. But before I do that, I wanted to talk about a little giveaway that I wanted to do. My main goal with this channel and these videos is to try to bring Korea to you, especially if you are not able to come to Korea and see my life here. And one way I can do that is by sending you products from Korea. One of those would be coffee! Korea was not the first to invent instant coffee, but they were the first to mix it with cream and sugar to make a 3-in-1 coffee. And I want to send this to you so that you can try it too. Now, if you want to try this, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like this video, but most importantly, you need to leave a comment. I will randomly be selecting someone from the comments to send this to, so make sure you comment if you want to get some coffee. It's really delicious and easy to make. Now, on to the ranking. To be honest, if I were blindfolded and taste testing these coffees side by side, I would pick Dior to have the best flavor. Even though it's the best flavor, I do not think that it's worth 19,000 won, definitely overpriced, and I've had much better cups of coffee in Seoul for much cheaper. Now on to the food. I would 100% most Definitely recommend Mega Coffee. Their gamjabang, their potato bread, is amazing. I really wish I could send that to everybody, but it wouldn't stay fresh long enough, but it is delicious. So, Dior had the best flavor blindfolded. Mega Coffee had the best bread, but my recommendation for you if you come to Seoul is Hakrim. It is a good price, good coffee, and good dessert, but the most important thing is the atmosphere. If you go to Hakrim, you are getting the history of the first cafe in Seoul, coffee that's a good price and tastes good, a delicious dessert. It's definitely a winner for me. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video, and leave a comment, especially if you want to try some Korean 3-in-1 instant coffee. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!